What's going on, YouTube? I missed ya. You probably thought I disappeared. I ended up. The last 2 weeks have just been crazy, so I haven't had a chance to do a haul video. I'm just horrible, I swear. I got my beard back. Thugging it out tough with the beard. But yeah, no, I had some work stuff, some tapes I'm working on. So I ended up picking up my comics up like Wednesday last week. And then of course the new comics come out Thursday, so I picked those up. And then I had to be on a plane Friday morning at like 3 in the morning. So basically I was on vacation for a couple days, so I didn't get a chance to do a video in the last two weeks. But I got a stack here from last week, this week, as well as I did some back haul shopping, fill out some of the collection. So it's going to be a larger video. Yay! So let's get to it. I didn't organize them in order of like last week and this week for the new ones. They're just kind of all bundled together. I've read most of them. I'm finishing up right now, reading the rest that I haven't. So some of them I don't really have an opinion on. So we'll start issue number 2, Batman 66. And I am actually really liking this. I was a fan of the show as a kid. If you don't know, I explained it in the first haul video with this. Number 1, basically it's just a comic mimicking the famous Batman, like the 60s television show. So it's definitely, you've got to like it, and it's exactly like watching the show except reading it. It's good. I enjoy it. Then next up was issue number 7 of Nova, and of course it's been Superior Month, so Superior Nova, we had an appearance by Spider-Man in this one. Did not like this whatsoever. It's a filler issue. Just please, God, please do not let this book get bad, because this is one of my favorite Marvel titles right now, and I don't want to see it go to crap like this issue. Then next up was, I forgot to pick this up, and like I always say, I'm a sucker for all these tie-ins, man. Cost me a fortune. But I had to pick up number 17 of Avengers, Prelude to Infinity. This is older now. I didn't have it. It's pretty good. Builds up the story into the Infinity event we are in right now. So I guess it would make more sense I showed this next. That was 17. So then I picked up issue 18, which is a part of the Infinity event going on right now. I love Thanos, so I really like this event right now. I don't want to say much about it because it's still going on if you're reading it. But if you like Thanos and Avengers just getting their asses handed to them, this is it. And how can you not? That is a badass cover right there. So badass. The next is number 16, the Superior Spider-Man. I actually am liking this. I was a little wary with the last issue or the issue before, but we're back on track, and I like where it is. You know, we got the Green Goblin looking like he's about to make a comeback, so if you're not reading this, read this. And then, you guys know I picked up, I started pulling Swamp Thing, and trying to see, what issue did I started at issue 21, and then by accident I got 23, thinking I already had 22, and then I was like, I can't read this. So I ended up picking up 22. This was the first part one or two of with Constantine. Read it. I really like this book. I have nothing bad to say about this book. Soul and Kano are killing it. They are some of my favorite writer-artist team right now. So if you're not checking that out, there you go. Holy glare, Batman. There you go. The picture's like fuzzy kind of fine, but that's alright. And then, like everybody else on this planet, I picked up Saga, issue 13. I was not a fan of this. I don't think the wait was worth this issue. They were on a break, if you didn't know. So we've been waiting a couple months for this, and it's just, I don't think it stood up to the first 12 issues. So hopefully we get better. I got faith. Saga, I love it. So, and then of course, you know, what kind of person would I be? I got all the tie-ins. So part 1 of 6. Pow! Thanos, because he's one tough mother. Shut your mouth. Infinity, part 1 of 6. So grab that. So good, like, so good, so good. It, I'm loving, a lot of people are mad because we just had the Age of Ultron event. They're like, events, Marvel's doing all these events, rip-offs, but I love this event. I've been waiting for this. I didn't overly like Age of Ultron as an event. This is what I've been waiting for, and my prayers have been answered. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And then, just because I had to do it. I had to get the Variant Skottie Young cover. How can you not like that? Them playing the Thanos game. Everybody, young children, playing the Thanos game. Hulk sucking in the corner. And since I had bought that, I also got this just glossy picture of it. So it's something I'm going to frame, put up on my wall. I got the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, one of this too, if you remember. It's something that I've noticed my stores bringing those in now whenever we have Skottie Young variants. So I'm not going to complain. Number 5, East to West. This probably would be in the top 2 picks for me of last week. This was crazy. I love East to West. I know people are kind of still confused about it, and they're like, I'm hanging on because I think it's going to be real good. I've loved every bit of it, and this was probably my favorite issue so far. We had, crazy reveal. It's been out for a while, so spoiler. We saw Death's son, and learned that Death's son is not dead like they thought, and so crazy. If you're not reading this, the first trade came out, so buy it. Start reading it. And then Sibling Rivalry Part 1, issue number 2 of Superior Spider-Man Team-Ups. This was alright. I don't like that it's forcing me, if I want Part 2, to buy Scarlet Spider, which I don't collect. But if I want to know the end of this, I have to buy Scarlet Spider. So now I'm like, we'll see what I do with this title. I feel like that's what they're going to do with this team-up title, is it's going to consistently be trying to tie in issues to get me to buy other books. Not interested. And it was meh. Like, I didn't love it, so. One thing I did love, issue number 23, 0 Year Batman from last week. Crazy. It was so good. That's all I'm going to say about it. So good. And a book that I already sealed, I never read. There's a whole story behind it. It's an older issue. Issue number 1, this was the pull box variant, I believe, season 10, X-Files. The whole story behind this was Walsh, the artist, was at our comic book store, and the plan was for me to get him to sign this. I had no sleep the day before and stayed up most of the day. Said I'm going to have a nap before I go down. Woke up and the store was closed. So I now have this book that I don't really want, and I didn't even get a signature on. But I'll tell you a little story. I didn't even look. I got this for my woman, first of all. She's a big X-Files fanatic. And I looked at the art after. I was so disappointed I missed it. The art. I'll tell you a secret. Come here. The art sucks. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was not a fan of that art. His other art might be great. Just not a fan of the art in this. So, I don't know if it was a loss or not. Then we got issue number 7. Clive Barker's Hellraiser, The Dark Watch. Sorry, I can't talk. This was one of those books that I've been complaining about. It's not doing anything. I ended up dropping it off my pull list because I was having issues getting it in with the store that does my pull list. So I've just been buying it at my other comic book store because they do carry it. And I love it now. I love it. I feel bad I pulled it off my pull list, but at least I'm still buying it. It gets better and better and better. We're in the middle of this war. It's so good, so good. Just if you're reading it, check it out. I mean, if you're not reading it, check it out. If you're reading it, you've already checked it out. My cat is making all these noises and being weird. I don't know. And then issue number 3, Superman Unchained. This book was awesome. Yet again, we had a Nova Scotia reference in it, so shout out to Superman. And I've been liking this. I think this is, I hate Superman, and I'm glad to find a book I like as Superman. So if you're not picking it up, pick it up. And then we got a Infinity tie-in, Avengers Assemble, issue 18. This was a focus on Spider-Woman, Reddit, and it was a just stupid tie-in. I wasn't a fan of it. She's not a character I care about, nor know much about, and I don't really want to know much about her, so it was kind of pointless. And then, as always, like I told you, I haven't read any of these comics, but I collect them since, issue number 9. Revival, number 13. I love the cover. I'm going to actually buy the trade number 1 tomorrow, I think. So I'm going to finally start reading these. It's about time. And another book that I gave up after number 1, but it's a mini-series, and I'm a sucker like that, so I might as well get them all. Dinosaurs Attack. I love the cover. I think the artwork is crap. I think the story is crap. So I'm not reading it. I'm just collecting it, getting it done with. Number 8, Morbius, the living vampire. Really like this book. His fight against the Rose right now in Brownsville. Such a good book. I'm a big fan of Morbius. I'm actually working on some back issues of his previous volumes. But really like this book. If you're into that kind of vampire superhero thing, pick this up. It's worth a try. And then the ever so good number 2, finally, Zenoscope Oz. How can you not love this cover? This is cover B I got. Scandalous. It's good. I'm loving this. It's different. It's like sexy, violent Oz, and I really, really like where it's going right now. So that's what I have to say about that. And I don't think any of the next ones I've actually read, which is surprising with this. But number 12, Indestructible Hulk. We're now into our story arc of Agent of Time. So we're going to be going back in time. That's an awesome cover. Who doesn't like Hulk riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Number 2, Jeff Lindsay's Dexter. I like the first issue, so hopefully this doesn't disappoint. Then I'm also collecting this. This is brand new on the pull list. Issue number 1, Kiss Kids. Gonna see what kind of mischief they get into. I'm still pulling this. I'm not a fan of the artwork. I like the story, so we'll see. Issue number 2 of The Strain, and it's The Fall. Love that cover. It's kind of hard to see. And then this will be the next one I read, the Infinity tie-in, issue number 14, the Thunderbolts. This is really hard to see because it's the lighting in here, and I can't really fix it. But, you know, Hulk's back here. It's a dark cover. Everyone's looking scary. I know they're getting ready to fight the mob while all the Avengers are out dealing with the Infinity crisis going on. So I'm excited for this. I love Thunderbolts. And I do know I read... They said it's going to be quite a few issues from now, but they are a character is leaving and there's a character coming in. So if you got, I'd like to see some comments or anything. Who do you think's going to be coming into Thunderbolts and who's leaving, or who would you like to see leave and who do you think would be good coming into Thunderbolts to add to this team? Let's hear what you think right below there and give me a like as well. This came out week before last. Loved it. Issue number 2. Candy Capers, Adventure Time. Peppermint Butler's the man. What else can you say? That's all you can say. And Tree Trunks is like the star of this, so how can you not like it? Now, to the back issues. I'll be quick because with back issues I haven't read any. And until I collect full story arcs, I'm not really going to probably read them. So, I got 3, actually, I took from my brother-in-law, because he read them, but he doesn't collect comics. They were just comics he had, so I said, oh, I'll take them off your hand. So, I got issue number 2 of Nightwing, the new 52. If you recall, I have said before I'm interested in getting into this character. So, issue number 2, I'll have to get issue number 1 and start reading. And then, as you know, I'm collecting the Superman Batman series. So, 2 that I didn't have. Issue number 17. I love the covers for this series are amazing. They're some of my favorite covers. And then, issue number 19, Supergirl. And then the rest are some Canadian goodness. Issue number 10 of Captain Canuck. This was a Canadian superhero. You probably could get it in the States, but it was mostly published in the 80s for Canadians. He's really big in the dollar stores right now because they've republished them into like coloring books. So, Captain Canuck, issue number 10. I love the artwork on these. And issue number 12. And then, the rest of this video is going to be very Alpha Flight. As you know, I'm so close to getting my Alpha Flight all done. So, Alpha Flight, Fear Itself, number 2 of 8. Fear Itself, Alpha Flight, number 3 of 8. So I'm only missing, I think, 1 or 2 more out of that. And these are, I believe, all volume 1s, if I remember. By accident, when I wasn't paying attention when I was pulling, I got 2 of the same. They are issue number 38. This is all volume 1 of Alpha Flight. Great covers. Number 68. Love this cover, number 99, little Galacticus. Number 96. Number 94, Alpha Flight versus the Fantastic Four. So I'm excited to read this one. That'll be interesting. Alpha Flight, number 67, part 1 of 4 of that arc. Number 97, as you can tell, these are in no particular order. Love that cover. Number 69. Number 70. This was part 4 for that story arc I said earlier, the Raft of the Dream Queen. I love this cover. Number 14. What Lurks in Lake Ontario. And this one's a great cover. Alpha Flight, the Submariners in it. Issue number 15. Great, great cover. And then last but not least, issue number 16. We also got the Submariner in this one as well. So 20 minutes in, and that is it. I also got a Captain America and a Thanos pin with the Infinity books I bought. I gave the Thanos one to my woman to wear on her vest for work, and the Captain America one I set somewhere, and I don't remember. But trust me, they were cool. They were just pictures from the covers of Infinity. So that is everything. I will be back Thursday with this week's poll. I'm sure it'll be fun and exciting. You already know what it is. Turn up.